a problem with the LED lights that are attached to my awning are falling off. But it turns out the track is sewn on. Now if your track's not broken up, you can reinstall it by using 3M tape and install it the same way I'm installing this new kit. Pro kit comes with channels that have double face tape on the back of them that will be installed right behind that aluminum strip on the awning. So what you want to do is take some rubbing alcohol and clean behind that aluminum strip the best you can to get a good adhesion. The other thing you'll run across is where it's sewn on, all those little dots will allow water to pass through. So I'm going to use some clear awning tape to seal that after I get the lights up. From the LED strip that fell down, you will have to cut off the connector to transfer over to the new kit. I decided to use the RecPro kit. I ordered the 20-foot, but it can be trimmed down to the size I need. The kit comes with an LED strip that's encased in silicone to make it weatherproof. And it comes with a track that it will snap into that has a 3M adhesive on the back. And it just snaps right into the track. So the first thing I'm going to do is transfer the plug from the old LED light and solder and heat shrink into the new LED light strip. Now when you splice the wires together, you can use butt connectors, but I decided to use heat shrink solder connectors. First thing I did was put a long piece of heat shrink tubing over the wires on each side. Then I take a heat shrink solder connector and slide the wires into each end and have it overlap in the center. Then I take the heat gun working from the center out and get the solder to melt and heat shrink the ends. And this is what it looks like when it's done. And it's completely watertight and weatherproof. Now I will do the exact same thing to the other wire. And after this is sealed and soldered, I will take the black heat shrink that I put on earlier, slide it over top of it, and heat seal that also. Now it's ready to install. Here I will clean, that's where it's going to attach it. I will clean that with some rubbing alcohol or denatured alcohol. It probably doesn't need it, but I'm going to apply some adhesive promoter to the area I just cleaned to give it a little bit better adhesion. And start mounting these rails, these channels. And when I get to the end, I will cut the last one to fit. I got 5, this is a 20-foot kit, so I got 5 4-foot tracks and 20 feet worth of awning light. And when I get to the end, to cut the size, it has markings to cut every 2 inches to cut it off to the size I need. The mounting track fits perfectly behind the aluminum, so I'm going to work my way down doing one track at a time. And once you stick one channel, you can just start pushing into the track and just work your way down. And with it plugged in, I want to make sure everything is working. And there it is. So I'll just keep on working my way down until I get to the end where I'll have to cut. So now I take a tape measure and measure what I will have to cut the last piece of track to install and install it. The last full one in, I take the light strand and hold it to the end and mark it on the last area that scissor mark, which is right there. So I'm going to take the scissors and cut right on that line. And now snap it into the track and the LED light is installed. Now it's time to install the awning tape. Clean the underside of the awning, then I take a little bit of rubbing alcohol, wipe it down that area, and apply the tape. To seal the holes. See if I can zoom in, maybe you can see it a little bit better. There, that's it. And that will also stop water from dripping down the side from those little holes where the awning light was set into.